Well, hello everyone, this is Jason from Iron Mission. Hey, listen, today we got some more work to do on the ZH2. Let's go take a look. So I've already done a video on the Brock's exhaust. I'll put that in the upper right hand corner. I've talked about my initial impressions of this bike. That will go in the upper right hand corner, and both those videos in the description as well. Next step, this ridiculous thing, the license plate holder needs to come off, and we got to put a new one on because this sticks out way too far and looks really stupid. So what I did is I went to New Rage Cycles and I got this kit here. I'm going to show you how to install it because quite frankly their little 2-minute video is okay, but it's not the best. So let's go see if we can do a little bit clearer job of the installation. That's everything in terms of what we're going to need for tools. Well, we're going to need a hex head. I'll talk about the size there in a second, and then possibly a wrench. And that's going to be about it. So let's go take a look. All right, so this is what you get in the box. This is the Ride the Rage NRC New Rage Cycles tail tidy for the ZH2. And so the box, you open it up. Nice packaging here. And then we've got a few things inside. We've got the license plate holder here. We have the bracket. That's going to make this a whole lot less intrusive. And then, of course, we've got all of the hardware that we need and the connectors, and I'm assuming the installation directions as well, which you're here, so hopefully we can get through that. First things first, we got to get these side plates off here. 4mm hex head's just going to go right in here. We're going to take these off, and then we got another one right down there. Take that one off. And then there is right here this little black thing. We just got to push that down and this side should pop off. We'll do the same thing over here on the left hand side of the bike. So let me get those off. Again, forgot one, this little guy right here. So I took off that one, this, pushed the centerpiece down, that popped right out. We got to get this one off, and I believe that is also a 4mm. Let me just that was a 1. Let me double check. Yeah, that's another 4. Just loosen this, then this thing should come right off. Sides are off. Next step, we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4mm. Let's take those 4 out next. So again, we're doing this one over here, this one, and this one. We're going to take those off so we can get to our wiring harness. All right, so removing these 4 things, that's going to allow us to take this back piece off. But just like on the side, so these guys right here, these have to come out too. These are 5mm bolts that's holding this back fairing on. I think they skipped that in the video from the actual company. So these have to come off, and then this piece should lift right off. Again, that's 5mm. The next step is to unplug all 3 connectors. They're nice and neatly, so they might be hard to find at first, but they're nice and neatly tucked down right here along the right-hand side of the bike. There is this boot on there, this rubber boot that has to come up and out. And then once you get access to them, you've got your 3 connectors in here that have to be disconnected. All right, so super easy to disconnect those things. You just push down on the tabs, those 3 disconnectors are gone. Another mistake they made in the video, they said these were 6mm. Mine are not. Mine are 5mm hex. To get these 4 off, that's going to lower this plate all the way down, then we'll be able to pull the wires through. But yeah, just a correction here. These are 5mm. It's a 5mm hex, not 6mm. So at least I've got a 2024 ZH2. Maybe back in the day there was different specs, but that's what they are for this 24. Next part is you've got a Phillips head screw right here that has to come out, and then that should drop the rest of that plate down. Then just be really careful when you're doing these screws here and any other screws, because I've already dropped 2 down in here. I went and found them. It's not super hard to find, but just be careful when you're loosening things that you don't wind up dropping them down there, because it's a pain getting them back out. Okay, so now we've got the plate. We've got the 2 wires here for the integrated turn signals. This thing here is just going to go right back on using the same 4 bolts. So it's just going to go right in there. And you can see the pattern. These 4 bolts are going to go right in there. And we're going to go ahead and do that next. All right, so to get these back in the bike, a couple things. The bolts, 10mm. All right, so you're going to want a 10mm, probably open end, and then also for these guys, this is a 4mm hex. But let me show you something real fast, because again, I wish the video did a better job of this instead of just playing stupid music. But you've got these 4 bolts here, right? May I make a suggestion, please? Put these 2 in first, because trying to get these 2 in here when you're trying to mess around under there, because the other two bolts are actually under here, okay? So if you've got these two in first, it's going to make your life so much easier holding this bracket in place, and then you can mess with these two. And again, you're going to need an open end because it's going to be impossible to see, but they're sticking down in here, but then the bolts are up in there. But if you try to do those two first, good luck. One other really good piece of advice that I found out the hard way, because the directions from the video say put this on and then put the license plate holder on, but you are not going to be able to get this piece, where is it? The big piece for the brake light down in here. You're not going to be able to get that through that little tiny hole under here unless you run that first. So you can go ahead and connect the tail light and the bracket underneath, but before you run the turn signal wires through, do the brake light first. I'm sorry, the license plate light. Do that first, then run these two smaller pieces through, and then you'll be fine. So and don't be afraid, this piece is going to flex. You're going to have to pull this down to get the wires that are right here through this little hole. So you're going to have to pull on this a little bit. There's some flex there. It won't, at least mine didn't break. So just keep that in mind as you are trying to deal with the wires going through in here. The license plate light needs to go through first before the turn signal lights go through. Last step is we've got these two bolts right here with the nuts here, same 4mm. That's going to go on down there. That's going to connect to those two holes so we can get the license plate bracket on. All right, so last part, double check and just make sure your turn signals are right. So the plate light is on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the right turn signal on, and we've got that thing working. And let's go ahead and turn the left turn signal on. I actually had them backwards because I don't really have them labeled all that well. And there we go. There is the left turn signal. All done. I'm going to put this thing back together in the exact order I took it apart. All right, everyone, so that's it. I put the plastics back on. Again, they just went on the exact same way you took them off. Not a big deal. I would say if I wasn't filming this thing and trying to explain how to get it done, I probably would have gotten this thing done in less than 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. If I had to do it again, it would probably take me all of about 10 to 15 minutes. It's just really not that difficult of a job. It's plug and play, and it absolutely transformed the look of this motorcycle. I'll put the picture of the before up again right there. Big, bulky, ugly thing. And now here we've got this much, much better, much nicer, much sleeker. Are the turn signals as visible as the old ones? Maybe not. You can make an argument that they're not, but they're visible enough. And I'm happy. I'm satisfied with the way this bike looks. I think it absolutely transformed its look. At this point, I don't really know how much more I'm going to do to the bike. I've got the exhaust. I've got that tail Tiddy on there. I think I've got it pretty much the way I want it for this riding season. And like I said, maybe next year, we'll see if I want to add the full system and the ECU flash and all that stuff, or ECM flash. We'll see. But I'm definitely happy with the way this thing turned out. And again, if you want to see more about the Brox exhaust or my review on this bike, check out the videos in the upper and lower right-hand corner. If you need help, if you're going through this, leave a comment in the comment section. I do try to check them pretty much daily. So if you need any advice on this bike, I can't help you with other bikes. I don't have the other bikes, but at least with this one, maybe I can, answer some comments if you have any. As always, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week. Ride safe, everyone.